An army sniffer dog, whose handlers from Sudbury in Suffolk, has been praised for discovering a Taliban bomb factory in Afghanistan. Chocolat sniffed out homemade explosives and equipment to make more than 10 improvised explosive devices in the Nadi Ali region. His handler, Private Steve Purdy, has been posted to Afghanistan with the 101 Military Working Dogs Unit from Aldershot. He's described Chocolat's search work as vital to the continuing battle against IEDs. Football now, and former Bristol City boss Gary Johnson's said today he'll be installed as Peterborough's fourth manager of the season tomorrow. But he faces life in League One, as Peterborough were relegated this afternoon despite drawing 2-2 at Barnsley in the Championship. Ipswich continued their better run with a 3-1 win at Derby. In League One, the MK Dons' poor run continued, losing 1-0 to Bristol Rovers, while Colchester lost 2-1 at home to Millwall and are just outside the playoff places. Southend travelled to Gillingham, losing 3-0 there, while Norwich entertained bottom-of-the-table Stockport, winning 2-1. And in League Two, Northampton drew 0-0. That was against Torquay. Now, many people like to collect a range of different items, from stamps to vintage cars. But one man in Cambridgeshire has an impressive collection of something rather different: hyacinths. He's been growing the flowers for more than 20 years and is now the custodian of the UK's national collection, with more than 200,000 flowering bulbs. Emma Baker joined the many visitors who've been to see the plants in bloom.
They come in their droves, travelling from miles around, all to catch a glimpse of this. The world's largest collection of hyacinths. Tucked away in a quiet corner of Waterbeach, this is one of Cambridgeshire's best kept secrets. The man behind this carpet of colour is Shipp, the only hyacinth bulb producer in the country.
Well, I started growing hyacinths commercially with just 4 or 5 common varieties, and got to know about the national collection, and in 1993 I was designated the national collection holder, and I've gone on from there.
What is the thing about a hyacinth that really excites you?
I think the most exciting thing is what else will give you a display of colour like this on a cold afternoon. Nothing. No other plant will give you such a range of colours. People go on about the roses and the different colours there, tulips, but for me, hyacinths has got to have it.
In total, Alan's collected 180 different varieties, some hundreds of years old.
Blue ice. That dates from 1863.
Others so new he's yet to name them.
I don't know if it's got its scent yet or not.
But he knows every single one.
That dates from 1875, and that is Lady Derby.
The hyacinth flower dates back many centuries. It's thought it originated in Turkey and the Middle East. The name comes from the Greek legend of tragic Hyacinthos, as it was the hyacinth that grew from his blood when he was killed by a jealous lover. The flower came to Europe in the late 16th century, but it was only the very rich collectors who could afford them. It wasn't until the 1800s that hyacinths became a favourite of Victorian gardens. Of course, one of the things about being surrounded by these beautiful flowers is the smell. Even on a rather windy day like today, it is truly incredible.
You imagine a hyacinth as a hyacinth and you just get 1 or 2 varieties. You don't realise how many hundreds of varieties there are.
Superb, very interesting. The colours are tremendous.
I've never seen so many in one place altogether before, and it's the swathe of colour that fascinates me.
With the hyacinth season being so short, this field only stays in bloom for a matter of weeks. So Alan's visitors know they have to make the most of this unique burst of colour while they can. Emma Baker, Anglia News, Waterbeach.
Some beautiful scenes there. Time now for the weather. Here's Rachel Mackley.
The Anglia weather, sponsored by Anglian Home Improvements.
Now, just before we go, you may remember that we've been asking for your Easter pictures. Well, this photo from Shan Oxford in Needham Market in Suffolk sums up her Easter break, her son Eddie enjoying an afternoon at a local rare breeds farm. Well, I hope you've also had a lovely Easter. Jonathan and Becky are back tomorrow with Anglia tonight at 6. Until then, do enjoy the rest of your evening. But for now, goodbye.